for a person like you, because I've known you a very long time, to be a person from the masses. What will you say with this award organized by the Duchess, chosen you as a person to receive that award?
Well, thank you very much. Once again, like I said during the presentation, my first remark is a remark of gratitude and appreciation to the publishers and to all the diplomatic correspondents who are behind this publication and this award. I'm not the only politician in Nigeria. Probably also, as you know clearly, I'm not one of the loudest. And I don't know what criteria they used in coming to the conclusion that I deserve this award. So first of all is to appreciate them for the honor of this award, and as I said, to dedicate this award to the Nigerian people in recognition of their resilience, their unending, undying commitment and love for democracy, such that since 1998, 1999, after the transition to democratic rule, we have continued on the path of civil, democratic and constitutional governance. That does not mean that things are perfect. And as I said, democratic rule and democratic experimentation, you can't achieve results within a short time. No. The democratic course for human development is like a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not a straight road. There are lots of detours and contours on the way. But the important thing is that we are on course. As a people, as Nigerians, we have again and again, in spite of failures of our governments, in spite of shortcomings of our systems, we have remained constant in our demand for democratic rule. And all of us are participating, making different levels of sacrifice. And today, what appears to be a recognition of the sacrifice and contributions on my part, I'm not achieving this alone, even at the level of the NDC, like I said. It's an award dedicated to NDC and to all the people of Nigeria. We have our colleagues who for the past close to 8 months have been working, hands constantly on the plow. And a number of our senior officers are here. And I thank all of them for their support. And I acknowledge the contributions of all Nigerians, millions of Nigerians. Take, for example, when we came up with this idea of a new party in opposition, standing in opposition to an established party that has been there for long with over 33 governors. Nigerians all over this country yearning for change, for democratic governance, for better service delivery. All registered en masse answered our call, trusted in us and our vision for change. And our candidates are wonderful, beginning with the presidential candidate and his running mates. And we know and trust, while this is not time for campaigns, but we know when the time comes and we hit the streets and we visit all the states and all the local governments and cities and villages all over Nigeria, Nigerians know the difference our party, through our candidates, will come to make. They also know the failures and the shortcomings of the ruling party, and they are hungry for change. So that's why we have dedicated this award to them, and I thank the publishers, all the diplomatic correspondents, I thank all the officers of the NDC and all Nigerians who believe in us, who have made the vision of the NDC achievable and possible. And indeed, I thank all those who, in spite of all the challenges that comes with political service and political life, have abandoned the comfort of their homes, their businesses, and other things they have been doing, and have ventured into political service. Political service is very demanding. A number of people have left their services, resigned appointments. A number of them have left the comfort of their businesses, left stable employment to venture into politics to offer political service. This award is also dedicated to all of them, irrespective of party. even though it begins with those who are in the NDC.
Yes, sir.
Because we are the youth democrats.
NDC!
Oh, yes.
But we believe in a multi-party democracy. We don't believe in a one-party Nigeria.
That's right.
We don't believe in one-party rule in any nation. And like I mentioned, we are concerned as Democrats in Africa, as Democrats in the sub-region, and with Nigeria leading the sub-region, ECOWAS. Nigeria formed ECOWAS. We led, and we are still leading. That's our destiny as a nation. But we are concerned about the shrinking of the democratic space within the ECOWAS sub-region. You can see military juntas rising up here and there, particularly in the last 3 years. That is highly condemnable and very concerning. We call on the federal government, particularly in my capacity, not only as national leader of the NDC, but also as vice chairman of the Senate Committee on Foreign Relations. We are very concerned, and I've spoken several about this. Nigerian leaders and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria needs to respect and honor the services and contributions of the leaders of this country over the years, decades ago, who saw the wisdom, made sacrifices, and brought their brothers together, brother leaders together, to form the ECOWAS. Unfortunately, before our very eyes, in the last 2-3 years, ECOWAS has shrunk. And whatever happens to ECOWAS happens to Nigerian power, Nigerian status, and Nigerian influence. And we are very concerned. We should all be concerned. There can be no ECOWAS without Nigeria. Nigeria's involvement and Nigeria's leadership. So my call to the President is not to give up on ECOWAS. To continually engage the Sahel states, address all the issues that are being raised, and ensure that around us there's a safe corridor for democratic, civil, constitutional rule. The floor of the Senate has spoken again and again when forces were deployed to secure and protect democratic rule in Niger Republic, in Benin Republic. And I said that was the right thing to do. We hope that all the nations have the right systems, and the presidents should talk among themselves to ensure that constitutionally guaranteed rights, term limits are respected, that the constitutions of the various nations are respected, that there is adherence and observance of the rule of law, and above all, there should be respect for free, fair, and credible elections, so that the wishes of the various citizens can always manifest and be respected. So once again, I thank the publishers and all those, the diplomatic correspondents who put this together. I thank my colleagues in the NDC for being here and all of you for finding time to come. Thank you very much and God bless you.